A discovery recently made deep within ancient India has rocked the historical and scientific communities alike. Although reminiscent of many other ancient rock paintings I have previously shared found globally, such as the astonishing 8-mile-long prehistoric rock art found long ago within the Amazon, all created using red ochre and displaying things we simply cannot explain. This newly made ancient discovery, however, is unquestionably something which is particularly special. Found in Chhattisgarh and dated to some 10,000 years old, the artworks depict in detail not only alien craft visiting our planet, but appears to be a record, a timeline of this miraculous event, clearly depicting an alien visitation from the skies. UFOs seemingly opening above tall, strange, yet incredibly detailed depictions of strange beings which drench the ancient walls of this remote corner of India. With the Times of India even revealing that those now involved in the project have reached out to none other than NASA to ask for them to also get involved in the examination of the discovery. It must be noted that NASA has indeed been claimed in the past to have played leading roles in not only studying certain developments and objects, but have been equally accused of subsequently being involved in the cover-up of these objects' existences. Could we be looking at some of the most compelling evidence of ancient extraterrestrial visitation to our planet ever discovered or documented? I will, of course, keep you all posted on any further developments and indeed what NASA decide to tell the public about this discovery. It is a mystery which I find highly compelling. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to support my controversial research here upon YouTube. Thank you.
People in New Jersey are concerned and demanding information after a wave of mysterious drone sightings. But the government has yet to give any concrete answers. One lawmaker is calling for a state of emergency, while another has an ominous theory about a foreign adversary. Here's CBS's Tom Hansen.
This is over my house right now. What is that?
Since last month, dozens of drones mysteriously hovering in the skies at night. Near Morris County, the FAA has now ordered 2 temporary flight restrictions prohibiting drones over this military base and Trump National Golf Club after receiving reports of unexplained activity.
Alien orbs are one of the most peculiar of all the UFO sightings. Spherical, often metallic or multicolored objects that have not only been witnessed submerging, but moving and turning at unimaginable speeds across America in the past few weeks. Witnessed and indeed covered by us in previous videos, present at such events as that of September 2001, captured tailing one of the planes, or at the attempted maiden voyage of SpaceX, captured passing the rocket at great speed at exactly the moment it, quote, rapidly disassembled. As if these craft are not only slowing our technological developments, but manipulating world events, or merely observing them in real time. And the sightings have only become more and more incredible. There are many drones being reported as now flying grid formations across the United States. However, these initial reports started with metallic orbs. These were then seemingly diluted with reports of high-tech drones, as if these were launched to muddy the waters. The initial sightings of these alien orbs were made over nuclear facilities also within the UK, one even landing at an airport right beside an airline. this blue metallic-like orb after sitting a few inches above the tarmac on the runway, then took off at speed when approached by a baggage handler and security. The question is, what are these craft doing? Was this an attempted mass disclosure? Why do the intelligence services claim to now know who or what they are, yet they are sure they are of no interest? Could the reason for this be the fact that the governments of the world have been tracking the visitation and observation of these possible alien drones for some years, coming to the realization that they do not pose a threat? Or could they be terrestrial in nature, either secret man-made technology or reverse-engineered from a crash? Why are they suddenly appearing now? What are they attempting to convey or indeed find? Why would the U.S. government or whoever else is responsible seemingly launch military drones with no radio signals, clearly of man-made origins, after such events began to be reported? Are we being visited by aliens from another planet? We find the orbs highly compelling. Ever since Roswell, America has been fixated with the possibility of alien life secretly visiting Earth from their home star in a galaxy far, far away. There are literally mountains of witness testimonies from people who claim to have had contact and/or a close encounter of many kinds with what they claim were extraterrestrial beings. However, regardless of the incredible curiosity and the reams of supposed whistleblowers surrounding military bases like that of Groom Lake's Area 51, secret bases on the Moon, and of course witness testimonies, all claim to have been experienced by millions. Yet solid evidence for the existence of extraterrestrial life seemingly eludes us all to this day. Or does it? Many people refuse to accept the reality that we have, for many years, been actively observed by an intelligent life form not of this world. But without any concrete admittance by the powers that be, many people will not even consider such possibilities, long denied by their government. This, regardless of the many more intriguing sightings, along with the most incredible of footage. It is simply not enough for this major shift in acceptance without the gatekeepers of paradigm's permittance. However, hopefully, the following information may persuade some of them to reconsider, to not follow in blind faith a governance that is seemingly withholding that which is deserved by all, the truth. In 2004, several Navy officers who witnessed what has since become known as the Nimitz UFO encounter have come forward with an astonishing claim. Like something straight out of a Men in Black movie, the officers say that unknown, yet highly unusual and incredibly high-ranking individuals appeared at their location shortly after the event. These mysterious figures then ordered the confiscation of all data recordings and videos pertaining to the event. During the November of 2004, a Navy missile cruiser anchored around 100 miles off the coast of Southern California detected strange radar signals radiating from an unknown craft. The officers claimed that the signals were erratic, yet clearly of an artificial nature. They could not identify the signal's intended message, due to them never having encountered such a signal before. It didn't strangely match any given off by any known modern aircraft. Jet fighters were subsequently deployed to the UFO's location. These fighters buzzed the craft, successfully capturing footage and telemetry of the unknown object. One of the jets in particular succeeded in recording substantial, compelling, and as yet unexplained maneuvers. In 2017, the government released a number of recordings of the encounter. To the public, however, it seems that this so-called disclosure was anything but. 5 Navy veterans recently spoke to the Popular Mechanics franchise, where they subsequently dropped this bombshell. They told all regarding what they experienced at the time. Having all been part of the Navy's Strike Carrier Group 11, they were sailing on the USS Princeton when the encounter occurred. After detecting the object, the men successfully captured footage of the UFO's incredible capabilities. The object would quickly change altitudes, sometimes lurking 80,000 feet nearly instantaneously. The UFO became known as Tic Tac because of its shape, yet due to this confiscation of data by this unknown group, who not only had they never heard of, but seemed to carry near limitless superiority of the military operations, they rarely spoke of the incident. They further claimed that the so-called Tic Tac gave off a phosphorus glow at night and would dart around in various directions, said one of the veterans, Gary Voorhees, who looked at the object through binoculars on the ship. Why did men in black take control of the data surrounding this UFO? What is it that they are hiding? Was Tic Tac a real UFO, built and sent here by an ancient civilization in another galaxy? We find the details surrounding this encounter highly compelling.
When they land and the hatch opens, perhaps we will be looking at ourselves in the mirror.
Many of you will be aware of the interstellar traveler, which visited our solar system from a galaxy far, far away a few years ago. Named Oumuamua, it is now recognized as the first known interstellar object ever successfully detected as it passed through our solar system. Formerly designated 2017 U1, it was discovered on the 19th of October 2017 by Robert Work while using the Pan-STARRS telescope at the Haleakala Observatory within Hawaii. He spotted the mysterious object 40 days post-solar transit on the 9th of September that year. Many people have wondered about the true origins and indeed true identity of the object, yet few have received the backlash which Avi Loeb experienced on November of 2018 when he published a new research paper in an astrophysics journal. Scientists publish thousands of research papers every year. These papers will often attract little public attention. However, Loeb's latest work gained a suspiciously high level of controversy and rejection when he dared to cover the rather taboo subject within this so-called official field, aliens. The subject of the paper was the mysterious supposed space rock. He posits that it likely traveled for billions of years, past countless other stars, before reaching our own. Eventually, it will cross the edge of our solar system and into interstellar space again. The leading hypothesis among astronomers is that Oumuamua is an odd-looking comet, a remnant of another solar system, kicked out by natural forces and sent barreling through the cosmos. Loeb, however, offered a rather different explanation. Quote, Oumuamua could be a probe, one deliberately sent to our solar system by an alien civilization. The detection of extraterrestrial beings, the most significant scientific discovery in human history, if we were ever told about such discoveries, of course. One must remember that as a civilization, many believe systems openly objective to the possibility of alien life, many of which are over a millennial old. The thought of finding sapient life beyond Earth, of learning that we are not alone, however, is the pursuit of countless individuals within the modern world. So it is no surprise that his opinions have been so widely debated. But additionally, there is seemingly another possible reason for why the paper was so widely reported on, this being the fact that Loeb is, in fact, a tenured Harvard professor within the astronomical department. Quote, if this was some random astronomer that you had never heard of from, say, Equatorial Guinea, you probably wouldn't write a story on it, says Brian Gensler, the director of the University of Toronto's Dunlap Institute for Astronomy and Astrophysics, and a former colleague of Loeb's at Harvard. He continued, there's a lot of astronomers that have outlandish ideas, and most of them aren't taken seriously by the community, and most of the time the media don't really give attention to them. End quote. Loeb has 2 decades worth of experience and is well regarded in the field. So, regardless of what others would like him to believe, his opinions matter. Was Oumuamua really an ancient alien's exploratory craft, one spying on ours and many other solar systems? If it is, it means we are indeed not alone. What's more, it means we have undoubtedly been found. So, the professor's opinions, no matter how controversial, we find highly compelling.
On the 19th of October in 2017, Robert Warwick, an astronomer based at the Pan-STARRS telescope at Haleakala Observatory, Hawaii, would make possibly one of the most important astronomical discoveries of the century, perhaps even the millennia. He would be the first individual on Earth to ever set eyes upon the only known interstellar traveler to have entered our solar system. Robert would be simply astonished to find that not only had we missed our only known opportunity to get a close look at the object, but that it had indeed traveled from far within deep space. It had come from a star far from our own. The astronomer in complete shock once he had established that just like that of our own interstellar crafts, namely the Voyager's space probes for example, this object had made a direct path between the blue marble and our sun. Then by using the gravitational forces given off by our own giver of life, slingshot back into deep space. As mentioned this, all bittersweet as the calculations would reveal, Robert had missed the flyby by 40 days. Missing our chance to produce high-resolution images along with scans of the possible craft, allowing for methods of investigation to establish if indeed a mere space rock or something of intelligent design and intent. It now seemed for all the world that we may never fully establish what Oumuamua actually was. That is perhaps until now. Could those who sent it be somehow aware we missed it, missing an opportunity to study the object and even possibly make contact with? Because Oumuamua, it may be coming back. Over the past week of July 2025, it has been officially announced that another, or indeed possibly the same interstellar object, is making another run across planets. Spotted by NASA, the interstellar visitor is again on a flat trajectory into the solar system. However, this time it is traveling at such great speed, instead of slingshotting around the sun, it is believed it will simply zoom past back off into space. Could it indeed be Oumuamua, yet due to its slingshot return, now traveling at a ludicrous speed? News of the extrasolar entity, initially dubbed A11PL3Z, broke on Tuesday, July 1st, when NASA and the International Astronomical Union, IAU, both listed it as a confirmed object. Now, first noticed in data collected between June 25th and June 29th by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, ATLAS, with multiple other telescopes from across the world having now subsequently confirmed its existence. The object is now traveling toward the Sun at around 152,000 miles per hour, with the date of its closest point to the Earth now believed to be around the 30th of October. It must be noted that the interest surrounding Oumuamua was widespread, with the findings regarding the mysterious object openly shared. That is, until a few weeks into the investigation into its possible origins developed. Subsequently, Oumuamua passionately denied as having any unusual or extraterrestrial characteristics whatsoever. Yet missions were pitched and seriously considered by a number of space agencies, who for some reason then suddenly wanted to catch up with it. One must wonder, why if merely a cigar-shaped space rock would one be willing to go to such trouble to catch it as it hurtled back off into deep space? Yet, could the object A11PL3Z be one and the same, which again due to its unusual seemingly deliberate flat trajectory, again dropping clues that it could be our previous visitor? In my previous investigation, I documented the strange goings-on, indeed the suspiciously stifled coverage that was being released at the time regarding the object. I'll add some at the end of this feature. Now that we have spotted it well before it passes by, we may get a closer look at these interstellar visitors. And with so many amateur yet highly capable observatories dotted worldwide, which will undoubtedly track it too, the truth regarding their origins and indeed possible intent may just be a matter of time before finally revealed. It is an object, or indeed objects, which I find highly compelling.
Last month, a milestone was reached regarding astronomical observation. For the first time in known human history, we have successfully spotted and identified an object which has traveled to our solar system from interstellar space. However, this object is of a most peculiar shape, and additionally, it displays some rather particular characteristics. A cigar-shaped object, which is about 1,200 feet in length, it is such a strange object. In fact, SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Project, has officially declared that they are planning on using their enormous satellites to scan the object to see if it is a, quote, alien probe. Scientists initially thought it was a comet, but it was later reclassified as a possible alien probe and named Oumuamua. Researchers from the SETI project's wing, Breakthrough Listen, are planning on listening in on the asteroid in the very near future using their Green Bank radio telescope in West Virginia. A statement from the team read as follows. Researchers working on a long-distance space transportation have previously suggested that the cigar or needle shape is the most likely of architectural design for interstellar spacecraft, since this would minimize friction and damage from interstellar gas and dust. On the 19th of October 2017, the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope in Hawaii picked up a faint point of light. Scientists soon realized that its orbit shows that it had come from interstellar space, now believing that it has been traveling through space for millions of years. Astronomers suggest that Oumuamua is dense, constructed with a high metal content, lacking any significant amounts of water or ice, and its surface is now dark and reddened due to the effects of radiation from cosmic rays. Could we really be on the brink of actually discovering an alien probe? A probe millions of years old and possibly far more advanced than we are now? The implications are clearly profound. We have in the past covered the intriguing anomaly which was spotted upon an asteroid known as Itokawa. The asteroid conveniently chosen as the target for the first ever satellite mission. Since its launch on the 9th of March 2003, the probe explorer Hayabusa has completed several interplanetary flybys, traveling a total of 2 billion kilometers to arrive at the asteroid known as Itokawa. It seems during this particular asteroid's enormous orbital journey around the cosmos, it has picked up an unusual passenger. Clearly no normal space debris, this mysterious object, now perched or quite possibly impaled upon the front of the rock, looks for all the world like an artificial, alien satellite. Although SETI has not yet investigated Itokawa, we will keep you posted on their investigation of our cigar-shaped interstellar visitor.